Yo, people, we are back for day number 4 of our Brewdog Advent Calendar opening. I'm going to get straight into rolling up this joint. Got some brand new weed with me today, so just going to get straight into it. Rolling up this roach. Can't do two things at once, as you very well know. Oh, do you know what? I forgot to put the music on again. Always seem to be doing this. The first couple of days, and now I've got an routine and it's just gone to shit. So I'm going to get the music going in the background just so that it's not just me, and complete silence like it was yesterday, because that's kind of weird, you know. Tonight we have a brand new fresh bag. You can't really, because the light in here is pretty damn terrible, but I'll show you in just a second. In fact, I need to find my grinder. That would be a good place to start, right? Get one of these nugs out. So I'm going to grind up just the small ones, but I'll get a big one out just to show you, because it's actually looking really nice. Which one do we go for? I think we'll go for this one, and I'll show you that one in just 1 second. My desk is such a mess, bro. You'd think that I'd sort shit out before I went live, but nope. Why do I do that when I could just do it right here, right now, in front of everybody? So let me get this music going before I start breaking down, because that is the main event. Okay, what am I doing? This is what we're going to be smoking on tonight. You definitely can't see that. Let me see if I can get some light behind it and see if you can see it any better. That's even worse. Let me get light in front of it. There we go. It's just some dog, but honestly, it's the best looking dog that I've seen for a while. It's got bits of purple in there. It's covered in trichomes. I was a little bit sketched, I won't lie, because I've been reading on Reddit about sprayed dog fucking everywhere. But honestly, my dude's never given me anything terrible, so I have reason to think it is. Plus, nothing's coming off. Doesn't look sprayed to me. It's just hella fucking tracked out. I'm gonna turn down this advert so nobody can hear that, and then we'll skip past it. Okay, so now we're actually going to get into grinding up the bud. Now that we got just a little bit of background noise going on. I'm excited to get into the beer tonight. You can't see it, but it's right there behind me. Number 4, I made my video for my second channel for my advent calendar over there, the Beer 52 one. And that beer was absolutely fucking banging today. It was like a Mexican lager with lime, but it tasted really fucking limey. Like, I don't usually really care for the Mexican lagers. Like, I'll drink Corona, I'll drink Modelo, and I think the only other one that I can name off the top of my head is Sol. But so, like, I can drink them, but they're not my favorite. When I put under, I was thinking that was going to be a little bit shit, but actually, it was really, really nice. So if this one is not on par with that one, then that's going to be really disappointing. But hopefully we'll get something nice. I actually can't remember what we got yesterday. What did we get yesterday? What was I drinking? I can't remember what yesterday's beer was. So I'm gonna quickly have a look, because I'm racking my brains and I can't remember what it was. What was yesterday's beer? Need to carry on actually rolling whilst I'm looking at what yesterday's beer was, or else I'll forget what I'm doing. Where are we? I can't find yesterday's beer. I'm skipping through yesterday's stream to try and find what beer it was. When did I actually get into the damn beer, bro? Usually, now this might sound a little bit gross, but usually the can's on my desk in front of me from last night's stream, and I would know what it was. But I actually cleaned up after myself today. I can't remember. I can't find it. I don't know what it was. It can't have been that special if I can't remember what it was, quite honestly. But I'm gonna get into rolling this joint now, so I'm not gonna be able to talk for a second. I wish that I could do two things at once, but talking when you've got a roach hanging out your mouth is probably you wouldn't be able to understand what I was saying, and it would look pretty dumb at the same time. I smoked a little bit of the dog in the video that I made, my advent calendar video for today. And so far it's been nice, but I couldn't tell if it was burning clean or not because the coconut papers burn white anyway. So it was hard to tell if the bud was clean. And also the king palms burn in a weird way. So again, it was hard to see if the bud was clean or not, but this is just a normal raw. So we will see if this dog is all looks or whether it's actually nice. But my bet is on it. It looks like the nicest bit of dog that he's had for a while now. I don't usually buy dog, but I didn't really have a choice today. He had either dog, lemon haze, or he had peach rings, but Jay got half the peach rings, and I'll definitely be sampling that at a later date, but I didn't fancy it. Yo, Dawson Reed, how's it going so far? We're doing pretty good. We're just getting the J all rolled up, and then as soon as we're feeling, I won't lie to you, I'm already pretty stoned. I smoked a little bit before I came on stream, not too much, but it's definitely hit. So I'm feeling it already, but I'm excited to get this joint rolled up. I want to see if it's clean. That's the main thing for me. I haven't smoked this in a regular, well, I say in a regular joint. I did. I smoked the Juicy J earlier in just your standard raw. So I'm going to see if it's clean before we get into the beer. I don't know what today's beer. Obviously, we haven't opened it, but if it's hot as good as the beer 52 one, then yeah, perfect advent calendar day. I can't complain, really. Right, so the joint is coming together. We are nearly there. Hell yeah, just getting home from work, excited to light up and stream. Hell yeah, bro. What are you smoking tonight? Is it still the same as you were smoking? What was yesterday? You're gonna have to remind me because I can't remember. But hopefully, whatever you're working on is gonna bang in. I showed the butt a little bit earlier. I'll get it out again in a little bit. As soon as we smoked this first joint, this is terrible. It was going so well. It was going so well, and then at the end, it just went all to shit. This is the joint. Right. No, you're not telling me that I don't have a lighter. You're fucking lying if you're telling me I don't have a lighter. Why do I always do this? Right. Does this one work? No. Does this one work? That'd be... Oh, it does. Oh, no, it doesn't. Partially, it worked for a split second. Come on, all I need you to do is light the joint. All I need you to do is light the joint. Just hold out. Just hold out until the joint's all nice and sparked up, and then you can die. Then you can die. Just like a few more seconds, please. A few more seconds. You've got this. You've got this. Yes. Still smoking on speaker knockers. Rolled up my first cross joint of it last night and smoked great. Bro, I have smoked one cross joint in my entire life. It was a few days after 420. I made a video on it. I also made a short because I thought it looked like that dog from the meme, they let me do it for him. I thought that the cross joint and all that. Nobody else thought it was funny, but I personally thought it was hilarious. I've never tried to roll a cross joint. I really want to. I might do it at some point before Christmas or on Christmas. I need to get myself some blunts. Like I said that I was gonna treat myself to some proper, like some backwoods or something, just a pack. Even if they don't unroll, like if they're dry and they break, it's still nice if you get a dry pack of wood. Them is not to like moisten them or anything, but just crumble them in the top of a joint. You get all the flavor of the wood without having to fuck about rolling it and re-moistening it and shit like that. So here we get a lot of packs of dry woods because nobody wants to buy them, and also they've been imported, so who knows how old they are. But if you just like sprinkle it into your joint, like you backy, it works way better. Like nice. Obviously, it's to roll up a fat wood, but it might just be me speaking because I'm not very good at it. But it works. It does. Can't roll blunts to save my life. It's been a long ass time since I've rolled up a leaf. I don't remember how long it's been since I rolled up a leaf, to be honest with you. Really long time. At least a few months. I smoked a little cigarette thing that I made a video a couple of weeks back or however long ago it was. And then I bought some double platinums and I smoked through like 2 packs of them. And they were all right. I think I want to get me some of those Al Capone again because those are really good. And instead of buying backwards and shit, like I want to get a pack just as a treat, but I don't want to spend the money on them. But I also want them for my Christmas Day smoke, so it's like I don't know what to do. This is not looking good. Fucking terrible. I don't know whether it's the jet lighter or whether it's just smoking really bad, but I don't. I really need to find like my actual lighter. It's, it's somewhere. I just found the king palm that I was smoking earlier, so that's something. um, Genuinely, like I don't know what I've done with it. It's been on my desk all day. I've only smoked at my desk. So what the fuck could I have done with that? I'm gonna look behind my laptop. Of course, it was behind my laptop. Where else would it be? It was behind there, but it's also dying at the same time. Like I need to fill it up. I could have sworn that I had some gas in my drawer, but I can't find it for the life of me. I've got a can of lighter fluid, obviously, but I've got like the stuff that you put into a what do you call it? A Zippo. But fuck where my Zippo is. I lose everything, bro. I really need to have a good old sort out before, well, maybe after the new year at this point. Sort my shit out, get everything organized on my desk, get like, I've got a box that I also got in the advent calendar last year, a stash box that I keep all my wraps and stuff in. But what I need to get for my desk, like, do you remember in school, in secondary school, probably when you were in, I can't remember what the class was called. My brain's going to the American name. I want to call it wood shop, but obviously we never fucking called it wood shop. I have no idea what we called it, but when you made like a stationery holder, I'm pretty sure everybody did this at some point, where you like to put your pencils and pens and stuff like that, and you make it. I need to make one of those or get one of those and have it like for my lighters and shit. I never lose them because you're guaranteed. I've got at least like in 7 lighters desk right now. None of them work apart from this one, which will probably die before before long. But that sounds like just talking to myself. I mean, but that sounds like something that I could do, something like a project for me to do next year if I've got, I say if I've got time, I will have time. I'll get some wood and some tool. I've got some tools. I'm gonna make myself a little desk cozy to put my lighters in, or at least it's a good idea. So if I remember this idea tomorrow, well, I won't do it tomorrow at some point. Yo, Alex, how's it going, my dude? You haven't missed anything. It's just been me chatting, smoking the joint so far. I think I'm about to get into the advent calendar because we've been going for 15 minutes now. So I'm gonna take a couple more hits of this joint, and then we'll turn around and we'll get straight into the advent calendar. Right, put that down for a second. Now we will do the advent calendar. Door number 4 today is right down there. I thought that was door number 4, but door number 4 and door number 14 are right next to each other, which is quite confusing if you're as high as I am right now. Number 4, this one right here. I'm going to have to tilt it back because otherwise you won't be able to see it. Okay, so today we have the original Lost Lager. Now, no, I'm pretty sure it wasn't last night. I think it was like on the 2nd that we had the Lost in Orange. I didn't think that I liked Lost Lager. I don't Orange, which surprised me a hell of a lot. I was going to hate it, but it was really nice. Now, just Lost Lager on its own, this has got a lot of living up to the other beer. Like I said, the Mexican lager with lime from Fierce Beer that we got in our Beer 52 advent calendar. That was so good. So if this is not as good as that, which I really don't think it's going to be as good as that, then I'm going to be so disappointed. But I need to get that out of my head. This is a beer in its own right. We haven't tried any other beers today. Completely mind erased. Let's go into the Lost Lager. In fact, no, we're going to go through the packaging first. I always do this. I'm always so eager to get into it. It says Lost Lager, Planet First Lager, United we stand for better beer, fiercely defiant and independent. Behind the Lost there, it looks like a world map, or at least part of the world map. And then on the side, it says Lost Lager, 4.5%. Lager like it should be. I don't know. I think I'll be judge of that. And then you've got how on the side, the world's first carbon negative beer, made at a carbon negative brewery, using a third less water and powered by wind turbines. Plant trees, the Lost Forest in Scottish Highlands is big reforestation plan to help create a carbon clean planet. By drinking this beer, you're having a positive impact on the planet. Well, that's what I like to hear. We are going to crack this open now. It was a good opening. These cans have disappointing cracked and don't make any noise. Pop this. That one was satisfying. I think that pour was all right. Not a bad pour. Better than some that we've had so far. Right. It smells like beer. It smells malty. And my first thought was bread. It smells a bit like bread. I'm sorry, bro. I completely missed what you said. I woke up sick as fuck today. Something in my sinuses. All good though. Damn. Hopefully you're okay. Are you sure? Like, is it a seasonal cold or something like that? Hopefully you're all right. Like, I know you said you're okay, but does that mean you can't smoke? Because that would suck. I'm really glad I smoke even when like I'm full of cold. I can't fucking breathe. I'll still smoke, and I know I shouldn't. Right. What? How? How is there a dog hair in there? My dog's not in the room today. The Brewdog's not here. And yet there's still a dog hair in there. Okay, cheers. There's a flavor. It's like a bitterness on under my tongue, around my tongue that I don't like. But we'll give it a go. It's even worse straight from the can. It's not good on the second sip. It just tastes like a strong lager taste, which is not the best descriptor, but just think of any lager really, and it tastes like that, all mashed together into one stronger. Not much carbonation, which is not what I want from my lager. I want a heavily carbonated lager. Also bitter. And just weird. It feels like lager that's trying too hard, in my opinion. Like lager like it should be. No, in my opinion, lager is and I don't mean this in a negative way because I've drank lager for years. Lager is the common man's pint. It's what he goes. It's cheap, it's cheerful, it's bubbly, and it'll get you drunk. And that's it, really. No, it's not supposed to be pretentious. It's not supposed to be like, it's not supposed to have a shitload of flavors and a hell of a lot going on. It's just supposed to be a lager. Like, I'm probably not the authority on this. In fact, I know I'm not the authority on this. Because my go-to lager is Coors Light, and people tend not to like Coors Light, so I'm definitely not the authority on this. Alex is okay. Coughing stuff up, bro. That does not sound good. Hopefully just a cold, but we'll see. Also feel with the dog hairs. My dogs get hair in my weed somehow. Excuse me, I'm gonna burp. Pardon me. Yeah, like flies everywhere. I don't even want to think about the amount of dog hairs that I've sucked. And in the world is you've packed like a full bowl at that, like you've packed it to the brim, and you've like not squashed it in there so there's no airflow, but you've packed it nicely so that it's in there, and you've got quite a bit in there. And then you see as you're bringing the lighter up to your bowl. Speaking of bringing the lighter up to the bowl, I'll let my joint go out. As you bring in the lighter up to the bowl, you see a big fat dog hair sticking out of the middle, and you go to pull it out. And as you lift up the hair, all of the bowl comes with it. Your two options are either pull out the whole bowl and start again, or you're smoking that fucking hair. And I don't want to be that guy, but I have been that guy, and I have just smoked the fucking hair sometimes. I'm not proud of it, but I've done it. And the same with the joint. When I say I'm a smoking dog, that's not what I mean. Nah, but with the joint, when you've been rolling it and you've got everything in the paper and you're holding the paper in your hand and like you're shaping it and stuff, and then there's a hair in it, and then you pick out the hair, and then the entire fucking paper just goes to shit, and it's just a bad time. It's a bad time, but it happens more often than I would like to admit. But it's the price we pay. This does not want to lie. It's the price that we pay for having pets. And I love them, and I wouldn't change them for the world. But come on, bro. Keep your hairs to yourself. Never allowed in your room, so I don't know how he gets his fur in your weed. Bro, like, my dog's allowed everywhere in my house. Like, he's not off limits anywhere, but I don't understand sometimes how I can bring the bag freshly out of my guy's car straight into my kitchen without touching my dog. I will open the bag and there'll be a dog hair on it. I will open the bag and there'll be dog hairs in there. And it's my dog's hair, I know for a fact. So unless the hairs are on my arms, on my clothes or stuff like that, It's just fucking, bro. I don't know how he does it. Yo, line what? It took me so long to. What are we smoking on tonight, my guy? I have dog, but it is some nice dog. I showed the nug earlier. I'll show it again in just a second. It is the worst. Your dealer doesn't have a dog, bro. Do you have a dog? Because if you don't have a dog and your dealer doesn't have a dog and you're finding dog hairs in your bud, that's a little bit sus. Just a little bit sus. But back to the beer. I kind of like, I almost don't want to take another sip because I already have my opinion on Lost Lager and it's not a high one. I could go over my whole rant again about how it is just pretentious lager and lager's not meant to be pretentious, but I'll just take another sip instead. I don't like it. This, again, this is really going to sound dumb, but there's too much going on. There's too much flavor in there for me. I want my lager to be clean. I want it to be crisp. And I want it to be highly carbonated and I want it to go down smooth. This is, it's a little bit claggy, a little bit like heavy. It's not light. Mouthfeel of it is too syrupy, in my opinion. It feels like it hangs around too long. It coats your mouth, and it's quite heavy as well, in my opinion. You really want to hope that it's not his pubes, bro. Because that would be the worst. I mean, my dog, his hairs aren't wiry and curly like that. They're just black and a little bit straight. So if I'm getting some dark and curlies in there, I know it ain't fly. It ain't my dog, and I'm gonna be sending them back. Got you wanting a drink since you can't smoke. See, if you want to go ahead and have a drink, that's cool, but no pressure. What would you be drinking on potentially if you were to do that? I assume that you don't need to go on any dispensary runs or anything like that today if you're considering having a drink. What time is it where you are, bro? I know you're somewhere in the US, but I can never remember where. What time is it where you are? You just pissed yourself. Just pissed yourself, bro. Don't do that. But so far, the Brewdog calendar, we had Arcade, good beer, but for me, I'm just a pussy and it was too strong for me. So it wasn't really for me. It was all right. I didn't want to throw it away. I didn't think it was gross. I know you meant laughing, bro. I saw that. I was just joking. And then the second day, I think we had the Lost in Blood Orange. It really needs the blood orange in this. It's not good without it. It reminds me, what is that? There's something black in my glass. But I was saying, where's it gone? What is that? The fuck is that? It might be ash. It might be ash in the glass. I don't know how that's happened though, because my joint's been over here and my glass has been over here. They've never touched. How the fuck is that ash in the glass? That's really, really weird. But I've also lost my train of thought. I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the beers. They Lost in Blood Orange. It needs the blood orange. It's not good on its own. Has a pube in his beer, bro. It's not a pube, it's ash. I promise you, I don't have a pube in my beer. I don't even know how I got ash in my beer. I don't know what's happening. Going back to lost my joint there a second. This dog, I haven't smoked dog in a while. And when I was smoking it earlier, granted, I only had a few hits off of each thing in my video. So I had a few hits off the coconut joint, and then I had a few hits off the King Palm's still here, like it's broke up, but that's because I had a bong out of it. I only smoked a few hits off of each, and I didn't feel that high. And then a little bit later, I smoked 2 bowls. I think it was about 7:30, so like an hour and a half before I came on stream. And I was still a little bit high, and now just smoking little bits off this joint, I'm feeling nice. I'm feeling high, but I'm feeling like relaxed in a way. Like my speech feels a little bit slurred in a way. Not like because of the beer, like it's one beer, bro, grow up. But I feel relaxed, sedated. It's been a long time since I smoked dog, and I'm actually enjoying it. It's not my favorite flavor profile. Like I like a little bit of fruit in there, even if it's just a little bit overpowered by gas. Like I like a little bit, but there's no fruit in this. Just for the effects, really. I'm probably gonna fall asleep. And pine, yes, it's a little bit creamy, just a little bit, and it's out. I would take a bong rip, but my bong water is gross, and I don't want to show it. No, it's not from today. No, I mean it's not from today. It is from today, should I say? But it shouldn't be as dirty as it is for me not really smoking bongs today. I'm getting up this King Palm. Joint keeps going out. So now we're just going to be smoking the Berry Herb King Palm. 324. So probably wait a bit. Get a small peanut butter whiskey from a place in town. That sounds interesting. I like peanut butter, and back in the day, whiskey used to be, well, I say it used to be my thing. It didn't. I used to try to drink. Me and my friend used to, like, we could kill a bottle and a half of Jack Daniels between us any given sesh. Like I didn't one day. But as far as whiskey, I never really got into it. The proper whiskey, the good stuff, I couldn't hack it. Like I didn't like the taste, and I tried to drink it neat, but I couldn't do it. So I just go back to Jack Daniels and Coke. But my friend, she's been sober for like nearly 3 years now. So the last time that I actually drank whiskey, Jack Daniels, or anything like that was, I can't even remember. I don't. Fucking hell, why did I do that? That was stupid. Just stubbed out the fucking King Palm with my lighter. I don't drink whiskey, not because of any reason. Just I don't really drink spirits. I don't drink rum, gin, all that sort of stuff. It's not because I don't like it. It's just because I'm just not bothered. The buds again, hell yeah. Right, so I can't see it when I do this because it's dark, but I'm gonna try and shine a lamp behind so you can maybe see it a little bit better. That's not great, but it's the best I can do. It's just a bit dark, but it's got some purple bits on it, tricked out. I can't do any better than that. I'm really sorry, but you can see a little bit. If I don't know, go follow me over on Instagram or something at Sidekick Knives, and I'll post a story over there. I've got some pictures, but I don't think you'll be able to see if I show them to the camera. I'm gonna try though. Hang on. You're not gonna be able to see. Can you see that? You probably couldn't see that either, but it's the best I could do. It's nice. Like, I have no fucking dog that I've seen for a try this king palm spot. This dog is making me feel stupid, bro. It's kind of like sedating almost. This is not my favorite. Clear my throat, take a drink. This king palm's not my favorite. I can't get on with berries. Good pick. Could see the purple. A little bit of blue almost. Yeah. That's what I would say. Damn, bro. Did you guys hear that voice crack just then? Fuck me, that was a. My voice has been cracking so much lately. I feel like I'm going through puberty, but. Yeah, blue. I guess I was thinking earlier. I was thinking it was like not quite purple, not quite dark green, but yeah, blue really hits it on the head. It does look a little bit blue. Could definitely see the purple enough. Looking nice. Gonna have to follow the IG. Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, I'll type out the app. Outside on Instagram. After the stream, I'll go post the pictures over there. I've got a couple. I've got pictures of the whole ounce that I bought. Like, you might be able to see this, you might not. There's a couple of big nugs in there and a couple of small ones. The bigger ones and the medium sized ones are looking like purpley blue almost. I can't really say much for how it's smoking. It keeps going out, so it might be like arms doing fine, but that joint that I just rolled was a little bit like shit. Like I said when I was rolling, it all went a bit pear shaped at the end, so could be the roll. I'm gassy. This lager is not doing it for me. I think we're gonna take those. Should I? I don't know. I'll see how I feel. I'm really not feeling the lager, so I'm debating like not drinking it. It's not the worst, and I don't want to waste it. But after having the lager with lime earlier, like I can't. My brain's fixated on it. It was so good. It was probably one of the best beers I've had this year, and I can't get over it. I need it back. Not this though. Fuck the lost lager. I knew that I didn't like it. I doubted myself. I should always trust my gut. Back to bowl, went to put it in, realized I already had one in the slide. So you and me both, bro. You and me both. I'm gonna finish King Palm, and then we'll see where we're at from there. The more that I smoke it, the more it's growing on me. Like, I'll put it out and put it down because I'm thinking that I don't like it, and then I'll pick it back up and I'll have a couple of hits, and I'll like it again. Put it down. I don't like it. Pick it up. Like, I can't figure it out. Also, I'm not sure. Don't know how to review tomorrow's advent calendar thing. I'm not going to say what it is. If you want to know what it is, you can go back and watch last year's. I don't know what I'm going to do with it though. I keep thinking about it and I don't know how to review it because I've used it maybe twice because I don't know what to do with that. I needed to use it. I don't know how I'm going to review it about it. I have no idea. To give anybody a clue, I was thinking of taking it to Download Festival with me as a way of sneaking in bud. It's not smell proof. I don't think it's smell proof anyway. I don't know how to review it. I genuinely don't know what to do. I'm going to have to make a playlist or something. I'm going to have to figure out a way that I can play the music on the stream without getting copyright. And we can all jam. Even though probably, yeah, I said that right. I don't know. I stumbled over it. Is it a stash jar? It could be a stash jar. It's a very specific thing. Sneaker toke. Sneaker toke of what? Or is that the name of something? I don't quite understand. If you're guessing a specific thing, then no, because I don't know. It's dash jar. I would give you it's the name of a pipe. No, it's not a pipe. It's not a pipe. It's do you know what? Yeah. I'm just gonna give it to Dawson Reed. It is a stash jar. I'm not gonna tell you what stash jar it is, but I haven't really used it. There was a point a couple of months ago when I think I had 3 different strains, and I only have 2 jars, and I didn't realize I had also a few PopCap medicine. These I didn't know that I had these because they were stashed away in a drawer. So I put some in it. Don't know whether it was smell proof or not because I am nose blind. But I mean, it did its job. It did stash it. Doesn't get any better. Go down. I know there's going to be probably like 2 or 3 more flavors of Lost Lager in the calendar because like they're really proud of it for some reason. Probably because it's carbon negative. That's cool, but like the flavor's nothing to shout about. Flavors in there. I don't know what days they're going to be. Maybe the flavored ones will be, but the Lost Lager on its own is just not it, bro. I think I have an idea, but I won't spoil it. Well, it's up to you. It's up to you whether you want to tell the people what it is. I mean, it's not difficult to really go back and watch day 5 of the playlist last year. It's pretty easy to do that, so I wouldn't be spoiling anything. People go back and watch it and won't be surprised, in which case, close your ears. I'm going to disclose it right now. It's a stash can. And when I say can, I mean, if that gives any. We're getting to the end of this King Palm. If it goes out, then we're going to just take the rest of this in one hit. And why do I've noticed that I do this. I interchange. I say interchange. I'm so used to smoking. When I'm talking about, I don't say take a sip or anything like that. I'll say take a hit. I don't know if anybody else notices it, but sometimes I do. And I'm like, I wonder what people think. Yeah. So this has gone out. I'm going to drink the rest of this, and then we're going to get up out tonight. Oh, but it's bad, bro. It's bad. It's not good. if anything, I think I would probably rather. Actually, I don't know if I'd go that far. I was about to say I'd rather have a Stella, but I don't know about that one. There's not a point where I would pick Lost Lager. I don't think, unless it was against one of those other shit beers. Well, it's not shit, but it's too for me. Put it in shit like I don't like Punk either. The last time that I didn't like it. What else don't I like? Brewdog. I really nitpicky. Like I'm not. I actually quite like them. I bought the calendar because I wanted the glass because it looks sick. But because I like the beer, but some of them are just really bad. Like the grind stout. I'm dreading the day that we get that because that's going to be fucking awful. It's horrible. And also, if we get what else didn't like? Oh, Elvis juice is going to be in there. Elvis juice is fucking. It's rancid, bro. I can't drink it. I don't even think I'm going to open the can if I get it. Is it the least favorite out of them so far? The Lost Lager is the least favorite so far. I think I can't remember what yesterday's was. I don't. I genuinely I can't. My brain just will not compute, and I don't know what it was. So I can only go on day one, which was arcade made. That was 8%. If it was half the percentage, then I would probably enjoy it. It was too strong for me. That one was okay. Well, second one I think was the Lost Lager in Blood Orange. I liked that one. Enjoyed it. Last night's I can't remember for the life of me. Cannot remember what it was. And then oh shit, keep knocking the mic. I'm gonna burp again. This is just not. Okay, so last little sip. I think this is deceptive. There's probably more to that, but I'm gonna try and do it in one. It's just not good. Okay, so that was it for today's stream. The Lost Lager is bad. Don't try it. I mean, if it's free, if you can get a sample, go ahead. You might like it. If you like lager, you might like it. I personally do not like it. That's my opinion. The Bud, the dog, that's for a little while, full ounce of it. So stay tuned for that. Tomorrow for day 5. I think it's day 5. I can't remember what day we're on. But yeah, thank you for hanging out. It's always appreciated. It's been fun. Peace.